Hello everyone and welcome back to Into Resin, Texas. How is everyone today? First thing, I want to show you something I bought. Quite a few things actually. I went out to Hobby Lobby the other day and they had, I've been looking for some colorant for my mix to mold, or you know, all the jasminite, all that kind of stuff. And I found all the Bria Reese mix to mold colorants. They were originally $3.99 and I got them for $1.99. And this one is the teal Sarcelle maybe, not sure. I haven't opened them yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and open them. And I know it says, that it is for mix to mold, but I'm just wondering if you, let me grab a paper towel. I'm just wondering if you wouldn't be able to use this in like, you know, even as a pigment, you know, in your resin. Maybe something I have to figure out. It's very well pigmented, as you can tell. I'm still trying to get used to this camera, guys. I'm not used to this phone. Because I can't really, from the top, which I have y'all facing up top, or I have my hands facing up top. The way the phone thing is, I can't really see that well. So I'm having a hard time trying to figure out if I'm in the camera. Okay, this one is a purple mauve. And again, it was $1.99. All these that I got, and I got every color they had. And this is a purple mauve, and it's really pretty. But yeah, they had, now my Hobby Lobby, I don't know about y'all's, but my Hobby Lobby had all of the mix to mold brand stuff, the powder, everything they had marked down. Okay, now why is this one not coming out? The other one came out just fine. Maybe I didn't shake it good enough. But yeah, I didn't have to poke a hole in the other one, so I wouldn't think I had to poke a hole in this one either. Maybe. Well, this one's going to be a booger to get out. Okay, so there's the purple. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I'll have to poke a hole in it or something when I get ready to use it. But those are very pigmented colors. Okay, here's an orange mix to mold liquid colorant. That almost looks like one of the chorizo, is that how you say it, colors? It doesn't look orange to me, not from the box, but I could be wrong just looking from the box. And one thing about this is food contact safe once cured. That is a pretty bright orange. It almost looks like a salmon color. And see, that one came out real easy too. I don't know what's going on with that purple one. But I only bought one color of each. Yeah, that don't look orange though. That looks to me looks like salmon. Okay, here is another color. But I can't see what this one is. They got the sticker. And these are acrylic inks. So, you know, this says acrylic ink. This one said acrylic ink. This one does not say acrylic ink. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know if that's the difference, but if these are acrylic inks, you can use these in resin. And that I know because I have used acrylic inks in resin. You just got to make sure you shake it up real good. And I'm not sure what color this is. Magenta. Oh, that's kind of a pretty purplish pink. Can y'all see that? I can't. The phone holder thing's in the way. That's pretty. Now that is a pretty color. Trash. Now this is black, and see, this one doesn't say this just says pigment ink like the other one. This doesn't say acrylic. I wonder what the difference. Now I'm kind of wondering if there's a difference in the inks. I mean, I know you can use acrylic even in mixed mold. Well, no, because that black came out like really good. There must be something wrong with that purple. Okay, now here is a yellow. I want to see how bright this yellow. Now this says acrylic. I definitely want to see how bright this yellow is. Oh, that looks like a really pale. Well, I haven't shook it up yet either, but it looks kind of a pale color. I've had mixed mold, and there's another one that I have too. I think it's from Let's Resin, whatever the Let's Resin brand is. I can't never remember that name. It's like my brain's foggy. I don't have much of it anymore. Okay, let's see what this yellow looks like. That's a pretty color. Ooh. That is a pretty color. It looks very, very light. Ah, I can't get the lid back on now. Why is it going all crooked? Because it was me. Now that is a very bright, it almost looks fluorescent. Almost. That is a bright yellow. Okay, and here's a green. Like I said, some of these colors I don't know, because some of these colors I don't even use. Like green, I hardly ever use green in anything. Just because I don't like green. But, like I said, I bought one of every color they had that was on the shelf. I mean, for that price, I should have bought more. I didn't know. I didn't even pay attention that it said acrylic ink, or I would have bought every one they had for that price. Ooh, now that green is pretty. It looks more teal to me on this paper towel. It looks more of a tealish green than it does green. And that looks almost like a purple. Kinda. It's black, but it almost looks purple. This one's blue. But yeah, I was shocked that and they had it on an end cap, and I walked past it and I was like, told my daughter, I said, oh my God, they got all their mixed mold on clearance. What? And it literally wasn't on, you know, how Hobby Lobby has their clearance racks. And, you know, if you've ever been into Hobby Lobby, you know how their clearance is. So it wasn't on the clearance itself. It was on an end cap. And they had it just a big end cap all marked down to $1. Well, the colorants were $1.99. I think the mix to mold powder, I didn't really look at it because I have 2 big old containers of that. There's that blue. Now that blue is pretty too. It's kind of a pale baby. I mean, not really a pale, but it's, you put white with it, it's going to be a pale blue. But yeah, I have 2 jugs. Okay, and then this one is red. But yeah, I have 2 great big containers of the mix to mold, so I knew I didn't need any. So I did kind of glance at the price a little bit. I know it wasn't as high as what it normally is, but I don't really know what the price was. I know it was cheaper. But I didn't need any because I haven't even used any of my powder stuff. To be honest, I haven't used any of it. And I really don't know why, because it's super easy. But I haven't used any. I guess because I haven't had the colorants, but I thought the colorant was totally different than what it's actually.
She don't live in Mount Pleasant.
I mean, and there's the red. Can you guys see that? So these are all the colors. This is the teal, which looks more green to me since it's dried. This is purple, which really looks more black. That's the orange, which looks like a salmon color. This is magenta, which looks almost a purplish color. That is black. Then you got yellow, you got green, which looks more of an aqua color to me. Then you got red, and then you got blue. So, I thought I would show you those. But, I'm going to set those aside because I have no idea what we're going to actually do today. Get all that pushed down in my trash. I do have a few molds out that I was thinking about doing, but I really wanted to try my hand at a bloom, but I'm really undecided about a bloom. So, what should I do? Decisions. Oh, mercy. Okay, well, I'm just going to pour some resin and we're going to wing it, okay? All right, let's get started. I think I'm going to use some Facet today. I'm not going to use regular setting epoxy, so let me grab my Facet real quick. If I can, I've got 15 bottles. Or 20 bottles over here, and I don't know which. I've got different ones. And I know I have different facets, or I should. I'm not seeing. Because I know I have a J Diction that's Facet that I need to start getting rid of too. Okay, so this is Let's Resin's Facet. We're gonna use that. We are going to, I'm gonna pour this shell here because I wanted to do that last time and I didn't get to do it. So we're gonna do that. And guys, I haven't even picked out colors because I really didn't know what I was going to do. And now that I got y'all on here. Okay. Also, I have this I found on Amazon. Sorry about all the crackling. Okay. I found this on Amazon. And it's almost like an Into Resin. So, of course, I had to have it. I don't know, I bought this a while back on Temu, I think. And I don't know if it's one of those hamsters or if it's a rat. We're going to see. But I do have one of the hamster ones. Alright, let me pick out some colors and I will be right back. Alright guys, we're back. So, I have lots and lots of colors. And we're just gonna go for it, play around, see what we got going on, and go from there. So I have my fast set resin from Let's Resin, parts A and B. I've got to get me on some gloves. Well, if I can get them out of the box. Okay. I brought out this. I think that's the little hamster mold. I'm going to try to do him too. And we'll probably do a bunch of others. I'm just going to do some small molds today because I really wasn't intending on doing any pours today. So that's why I'm trying to fix my chair. Oh, it's up as high as it can go. Okay. Alright, let's get started mixing. I don't know how much any of this holds. I have this little mold too, and I'm not quite sure what it is. It almost looks like, I don't know, a turtle maybe, guys? What do y'all think? I've tried to look in here. I can't really tell. I know it's a matte mold. I'm pretty sure it came from Temu. But, you know, of course now there's nothing on Temu anymore. Basically, everything is, you know, gone. We're saying that everything's sold out. So, I'm just going to mix up 8 ounces of resin and watch this thing take the whole 8 ounces. So if it does, it does. We'll mix more. I've got gallons and gallons of resin that I need to try to get rid of. Okay, so I'm going to mix 4 of part B. I always put my part B in first because it's the thinnest, of course. And then I do my part A. And on these cups, I think that cup is one of my good cups, I think. I have some cups that I bought that don't sit flat. And they're horrible. Okay, now I'm going in with 4 of part A. Yeah, they don't sit flat. They're wobbly. I'm trying to get rid of them. And I thought I had all those up here where I could get rid of them, but I guess not. Okay, I'm going to let that sit like that for just a minute. This tray is going to be the death of me. When I say I'm working in a really tight space, I mean I'm working in a really tight space. I'll show y'all one day. Maybe my craft room, when I get it decluttered, I'm trying to get it cleaned up. I'm rearranging and I've got to make room for more molds and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so that's 8 ounces. Got my mixer here. I know I probably shouldn't be mixing this much resin in this little bitty cup, but it's gonna be fine. I put it on the AI mode because it, of course, spins for the amount of time, I think 5 minutes, whatever it is that it's supposed to mix for. I don't generally go by that, even when I'm hand mixing. I just go by whether or not there's any striations in it. If there's not, you don't see any, your resin's perfectly clear, then it's mixed. And I've never had one single problem when I mix it that way with it not curing. And I used to do the same thing on my tumblers, and I've never had a problem. I do have my air purifier on, so I am in a well ventilated area, so that's why I'm not wearing a respirator. Now when I pull this out, I will scrape the sides and the bottom of my cup, because this doesn't really get it very good. So I will do that. If you guys are enjoying the content, please hit the like button, the subscribe, and hit the bell notification for upcoming videos. It'll notify you when I have a new video releasing. And it doesn't cost anything. It just helps out my channel and helps me grow. So I'd really appreciate it. And everything that I use here, I purchase, of course, because I'm new, so I purchase all of my products. I don't. Okay, I think that looks good. I know a lot of people turn theirs on, but I can't because, of course, I filled my cup too full. And I'm sorry if I am off camera. This mixer, I hate it. I'm fixing to buy a new one. But that Acetoyo, I loved it, but I don't know what's going on with it. The thing is so hard to get off. You can't get the mixer off anymore. And I've looked, it's clean. Where it goes in, it's clean. It doesn't have anything in there to keep it from, not sticking. So I don't know what's going on with the silly thing, but yeah, I can't. I think my little soap dispenser here is getting kind of empty. But yeah, this thing here, and I clean all my stuff off, as soon as I get done. I clean it with alcohol. Just spray a little alcohol on there, and I like to do it as soon as I get done using it. That way it's done, it's clean, it's out of the way, and it's ready in case I have to mix up some more and it's not curing on me. And I'll even squirt some more on here because I don't feel like it's clean enough for me. Plus the alcohol going in there is not going to hurt anything because I'm going to spray alcohol in it anyway. I say I'm getting a new one. I don't know really why I'm even worried about cleaning it. But yeah, I don't know. I got to figure out what... It's just this one, and it's so hard to get off. But there's no epoxy, nothing. So I don't know. And I've got the big mixer from Into Resin, and it does great. I just don't hardly ever use it because it's so big. I need to get that small one. I know there's a few people that have that small one and they love it. I personally don't have it. Okay, so we're going to pour this one first and see how much resin this takes. I am going to go in with just, I've got sticky on my hands. I've got to get it off. I don't like touching my lids. I'm trying to think what I just was talking about. Yeah, I don't, I've just got a lot of colors here, so we're just going to go with, I'm going to try to pop some of these bubbles. So whatever we have left, sorry about that. School is out, the grandkids home. Yeah. So, phones are cray-cray right now. Alright, so we're going to do blue, I think red. Oh, I didn't even get, and I bet you none of these are open. I can guarantee you none of these are open. Nope. Why would they be? Gee. Why would they be? Because I've never used them. So why would they? I mean, literally, why would they? Why would they be open? Okay, so there's a blue. And these bottles are wonky because they're... I really think I want to use the sapphire blue, though. I think I like that color. I may use that color on the shell. Sorry, guys. I should have been prepared. I'm not. Sorry. Okay. We're going to do red, blue. With that sky blue, I probably ought to do pink. That's not really a color I want to use at the moment to go in that puzzle piece. I also have these acrylic inks here that I bought that are kind of a fluorescent, and they're kind of pretty. Let me put those in something different. Let's see, here's a purple. So how about we do blue, red, yellow. Oh, that purple shot out. We'll do blue, red, yellow, purple. That's the colors I think we'll go with. That yellow's probably going to shoot out too. Yeah, but my purple got down in there. That's okay. All right, I gotta get a move on because this is fast set. All right, so we're just gonna drop random, not any specific order here. Oh, that blue is pretty. Ah, that's not how many drops I wanted to drop in that thing. Just gonna go ahead and take all these lids off, and hopefully I can stand them up. These bottles are kind of wonkified, and they're top heavy. And I know red always stains. It's okay. It's not a very expensive mold, thank goodness. Whoops. Guess it would help if I got it in the hole though, huh? Okay, now we're gonna do yellow. And I'm hoping none of this is gonna get muddied up. It shouldn't with it being prime colors. I love that blue though. That blue is just gorgeous. I think I'm gonna drop a little bit more red. That way we'll get some red and orange. Because since I didn't do orange. Okay. Alright, I'm going to stand these up and hopefully they'll stay. They won't stay stood up. I don't know. These bottles are just... That's why I want to use these first so I can get rid of them. I did not know those bottles were that wonky. Okay. And I'm just going to pour, not any certain way. Just, I want to keep it inside the mold though. And just see what it turns out like. I've seen Michelle on, and I think I just filled that way too full. I've seen Michelle on Glitz and Glitter do this technique, and it's really pretty. And I think I overfilled my mold down here. And I am making a mess. You would think that I've never done this before, and I promise you I have. And then I'm soaking up my colors on top of that. Okay. And I'm going to get my little stir stick over here, and I'm just going to give it a little zhuzh. Kind of stir it around a little bit. Why is it every time you start pouring resin, you always get some little bug? Do y'all have that problem? Because I do. I don't know if it's just me or I don't know where they come from. It's like they know when you're doing it, because that's a lot of purple. That's not what I wanted. But I have to admit though, it is kind of pretty. And this is just a sample piece anyway, because I just wanted to see how it was gonna pour. But all the alcohol ink is running completely out. I don't know. Or maybe that's the alcohol, I bet, that I poured in there. That's what it is. That's the alcohol coming up to the surface. It's not it's not the resin, it's the alcohol. But that's okay. It can be cleaned. And I definitely want to get it all off because I don't want it to run over on me. Has everybody doing okay today? What y'all gonna do this weekend? Anybody got plans? Okay, I think that's good. Clean my fingers so I don't get it all over my all over my bottle. I pop these bubbles, move these out of my way. Whoops. I think on the shell though, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Let me see if I can move this. Oh. I need to get my big old spatula. I got a humongous spatula that I bought just for this purpose of needing to move molds. It doesn't look like it's domed though, so I hate to add any more to it though, because I mean, I know that happened just now because I moved it, but and my hands for some reason are not steady. And I don't know why, because I literally just got a very good clean bill of health from my doctor the other day when he called me. Everything looked great. So, no problems. None. Alright, I am going to put this, and I've got to hurry up because this is heating up. And of course, naturally, I've got all of my colorants over here sitting on the one piece of paper that I need. It's okay, I'll just rip this one off. You know what, y'all fall over, you fall over. I'm not going to fight with you. Just stand up. I don't think they're going to run out. Alright, so I am going to, I want to pour this one, so I'm going to do that one. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to move this. I'm going to do the shell just like I intended to do. And we are going to use red, yellow, and where did the sapphire blue go? Got black, brown, pink, orange, green. Oh, okay, here's the sapphire blue. I think I've already opened it. So I am going to start pouring. Okay, so we're just going to drop colorants Don't want to drop very many. Okay, there's the blue. Done. Now we're gonna do red. And red's gonna stain. I know it. No way around it. I did not pour any alcohol in here because this is a handmade mold and I'd rather have bubbles. So I'm not doing it. Okay. And naturally, there's no one in here to get that phone. And I put it on Do Not Disturb. So I don't understand why that phone is still ringing. They know. Or she knows. Not they. She. Alright. We are going to start pouring. I'm going to pour from up high so we don't get too many bubbles. But I kind of want it to mix a little bit though. Okay, I'm going to stop right there because I got to get my little stick here. And I'm just gonna, I'm poking down. I'm not mixing. I'm trying not to mix. I guess I could do the wiggy jiggy like, who is it that says that? Give it a wiggy, a jiggy wiggy wiggy something. I think it's Steve McDonald that says that. It needs a little bit of red right there and there. I'm not really sure who says that. If y'all know, let me know, because I don't remember who it is. I've watched so many people, I don't really know. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure this is in where y'all can see it. Ah! Yeah, you see me pour it right out that mold, didn't you? What in the world is wrong with me today? I don't know what is up with me and these molds. I don't know, guys. I can't seem to do anything today. You know why? I don't know. I do want to dome. Oh no, I don't want to dome this, but that's okay. I can dome it, and it'll still be fine. I do want to get under that lip though. And when you fill it this full, it's hard to get under that lip, and I know that. But I totally forgot. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna wipe the edges of my mold. Where I made a mess, of course. Of course I did. I mean, it wouldn't be a video, I don't guess, if I wasn't making a mess. And for somebody that don't like sticky, I've literally got it all over me. Well, my hands anyway, not anything else. But I am fixing to change these gloves here in just a second. Okay, this hand's not sticky, so all right, I'm gonna go ahead and spray that because I don't want any bubbles on the top. And I can see them popping, 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 popping. They's a popping. These is a popping, peeps. They's a popping. All right, there's that. I'm gonna break this in half. Well, I'm not gonna break it. I'm gonna rip it. In half. And I'm going to slide it over. Get all these out of my way. I've got molds sitting everywhere because I have all these ones I want to do, and I literally can't seem to get, I've got to change my glove. I can't, or glove, shall I say. I'll change the one glove that's sticky. I can't. I don't like touching on this stuff. Okay. Sorry guys, we got screaming. I don't know what the kids were doing, jumping on the bed, something, I don't know. Children. My grandbaby's got a friend over, and they are getting their honeys scolded. I don't know what they did, but they did something. Okay, I think this is a hamster. So, I think I'm going to try gray in this one and just see what it looks like. I'm not really sure if this even is a good color. Of course it's not open. Why would it be? If it's not, I will mix some. I don't even know how much this is gonna hold. I just know I gotta hurry. You know, I'm not gonna mix that much because I really don't want to overmix my color. I will just know how many drops I put in. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looked like 4 to me. How about y'all? It sure did to me. Let's see what it's gonna look like. I don't know if I want it transparent. That's pretty deadgum transparent. At this point, I'm not even counting drops because it's not even, that was so transparent. Which it's kind of hard to tell on this pink stick too, so. But we're just gonna go with it. Don't think I want that much alcohol in him. I think that's what, I do want it down in the ears though. If I can get it down in there. Squeeze it in his little tail. And we're gonna do this. I'll poke it down in his little ears first. Y'all better stop that phone from ringing. I say y'all, there's only one. There's only one that I'm really talking about. Okay. All right, now we're gonna just start pouring. Hey, girls. I really don't know why I'm using that. I need to be using a stick. And what gets me is these kids, they know I'm filming. Do you think they care? Not one little bit. Okay, let's try that. Guys, I've got to sit down for just a sec. So I'm gonna try to keep it on camera as much as I can. I have some nerve issues. And when I stand up for long periods of time, it starts affecting my legs. So I have to, and the way my table is, it's so tall, I can't really see, but usually it'll stop here in just a few seconds, and then I can stand back up. I've got another table right now. It's just so hard to get to it because I've got stuff over there where I've been pulling things off shelves, and because I bought some more stuff to organize. So I've been pulling things off shelves and putting things in the other organizer deals so I would have shelf space, and it's working out really well. So I've just gotta, now I've got everything a mess. I did get in here and it's just about done. My shelves, I've still got stuff because I've cleaned them off, and to get to things, then I threw other stuff back on them shelves, and it's, yeah. So yeah, they're not 100% clean, but they're getting there. But I did come in here and clean my room real good. I'm just gonna pour some clear in here. I think I can stir it around. In fact, I'll use this little thingy here to do that. Okay. And I've got mats that go down here on my table. I've just not put them down yet. Why? I have no idea. I don't know. I was trying to get everything done before because I haven't really made up my mind yet if I'm gonna epoxy this table. That's my question, whether I want to epoxy this table or not. So, and that's what I've kind of been back and forth with, is whether or not I'm gonna do that. Okay, got that stick clean. Fixing to clean this little stick here. So I've got alcohol on my thing from, I'm telling you guys, that little machine, that is the best little thing. I mean, you just stick your little rag under there, and I mean, it cleans. It'll give you some alcohol, and then all you got to do is just wipe, and then everything's clean. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, spray that with some alcohol. And he's pretty stiff, so I'm just gonna, I think, pick him up and move him over here, because I wanna, well, that didn't work out very well for me, did it? I have no idea what those kids are doing in there. All I hear is bad words coming out of Pete's mouth. Well, I say people, not people. Person, and I hope it's not coming through on my video, because she knows I'm in here filming too. I don't know why they are popping out the mouth like that. Okay, I've got some water ripple molds, but I don't, those have to be done a certain way. I got this little flower. I've never poured this one. I've poured the other one. I've never poured this one. So we're going to see what this one will look like. I think I'm going to do this one in red. Oh, maybe a rose red. Let's see what that will look like. Since I don't have much, I'm hoping I've got enough resin for it. If not, it'll be a two-tone, because I'll wait till I get more resin the next time. And of course, that thing has got different color inks on it. And I'm going to do the same here that I did. For some reason, I don't know. Well, that's really with a marble effect. I don't know why I'm doing this. I guess to stain my mold, because that's exactly what it does. It stains your mold, so I really don't know why I'm doing that. Okay. Yeah, this is getting thick, 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 thick. I'm just fixing to start pouring. I don't, if it's transparent, it's transparent. If it's not, it's not. But I do not I may be pouring a pendant. I love that little butterfly that they have, but I just can't picture myself buying that. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pour the rest of this in. I think it's gonna take it, so. It took almost every bit of it. Okay, I am gonna spray it because of course we do have bubbles. And I do have this little bitty teeny, you know, I got that, but I think that's too big. I don't know if we got enough for this. We're gonna see. I am gonna scrape. I don't know that we're going to see it though because it's so white colored. I mean, it's super light colored. Put the rest of it in that flour. Finish scraping the stick. And hopefully it don't go over too much. And I will put some kind of backing on it. And maybe we can see the water ripple. Okay, I'm not keeping that cup. All right, that is that, guys. So we got 5 molds today. That's good. I feel like I got something accomplished. Like I said, I wasn't going to do any pouring today, but I'm here. We did, and that's great. So after you spray alcohol, please do not torch your molds unless you want to start a fire and burn your house down, because it literally will. I've never done it, but I have seen people do it. And yeah. It's a thing, guys. It literally will burn your house down. I'm gonna take this glove off because it's sticky and I don't want to keep touching stuff after I've cleaned it. Okay, go back in its little container. After I clean it again, because it's still, to me, got some ooey gooey on it, and I honestly don't mind the alcohol on my hands, so there's that. Gotta hope this turns out super pretty. Okay, I'm gonna move this to there. I'm gonna move this flower to there. And we are done. I think it's time to throw this popsicle stick away. It has literally curled up. Okay, I'm set that right there. And that's it, guys. I will see you on demold. Bye. Hello, everyone. We're back. Okay, we are ready to demold. Everything is cured and all that good jazz. So let's get started. We're going to start with this one. Oh, please don't tell me this is going to be a hard one to unmold. Oh, please don't be a hard one to unmold. I don't know that I have the strength today. Nope. Yep, just what I figured. It was gonna stain a little bit, and it did, but that's okay. Those are pretty reasonable. They're not too high priced. Don't really like the had a lot of scratches in it. So I'm kind of glad I didn't pay a lot of money for it. But I definitely will never be able to sell it because it's not a very good mold. It's not a very shiny mold. And it's got a lot of scratches in there. A lot. Okay, well, I maybe sending that mold back. I mean, even though it wasn't that much, there's no sense in keeping something that, you know, you bought and paid for, but you can't really use. So, there's that. And I'm not going to mess with the top coat or anything. It's just not, it's not worth it. This is an Into Resin. Got a little bit of overage, but that's okay. And this is I'll have to get all this off with my little snippers, but I'll do that later. That is a water ripple pendant mold. I know that I just did this but I'm hoping that y'all can see the rippled edge in it. It's not really the way you do it, but I just had some extra epoxy, so I thought I would do that. Now this is, I think this is kind of like the hamster mold that Let's Resin does with their little squishy. I bought this off of Temu. I know, I'm almost positive it's going to be a matte mold. And it looked like that's exactly what it is. Isn't he cute? Even though he's matte, he's still a really, really cute mold, guys. And his little tail come out perfect. No bubbles. I don't see any bubbles anywhere. Do have some trimming to do, for sure, because didn't have enough epoxy to really do him. But I don't know if I'm gonna, I may leave him matte, or we may put a top coat on him. I'm not sure yet. I just wanted to pour it really to see if that's what it was. This was just kind of an extra play around type mold. Now this is an Into Resin mold also, and it's one of their flower molds. Oh, listen to that. I have the other Into Resin flower mold, but it's just not. Oh, how pretty. Oh, that is so pretty. Got a little bit of overage right here. Nothing that bad. But look at the crystal and the crystal edges. Oh, now I like this mold. I like this one better than I do the other flower mold that I have. Isn't that pretty? Can you guys see that? Look at those facets. Oh, that's stunning. That would be gorgeous in like a navy blue. Oh, perfect. Okay, and then for the shell, listen. This one didn't really, there it goes. There's that crackle everyone loves. And there it is. Now that turned out good. Those crystals, you know, I mean, you just can't. There's not really any bad colors that you can do to put in these that's gonna make them horrible. No bubbles whatsoever. God, that's gorgeous. I could sit and look at these things all day. Now, granted, I thought this thing was a little bigger and a little deeper than I wasn't expecting something. I mean, literally, this is how deep it is. Right to my nail tip right there. I mean, that's pretty shallow. And especially, I mean, I love the molds, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're amazing with the crystals and all that. But I really thought it was going to be deeper and bigger. You know, it's funny when people pour these on. Oh, wow. That kind of, the blue stained, that's unusual because usually it doesn't. I usually don't ever stain. You know, when they pour these on YouTube and you see them pouring them, they look always a lot bigger than what they are. And I don't know if it's because we're always zoomed in so much, but I don't care. That's still gorgeous. That flower turned out real good. Even this little guy turned out pretty cute. Not really going to do with anything with him today because this was just you know, I mean, I guess I wasn't expecting on doing anything to him, rhinestoning him or any of that. So I probably won't, because I think I'm going to get the bigger molds, the new ones that they've got out, the 4-pack of the great big hamster molds. They got the hamster, the duck, something else. And I'll probably get one of those. And then that's the ones that I will bling. Because I like the one that sits up, that he's a little chubby cheek hamster. But this one, I bought this. It wasn't much. I think like maybe $1 and something. And I thought, well, I'm going to get that and see if that's the same as what Let's Resin has. And sure enough, so I don't know if, you know, they are being copied or what, but I like the shiny molds. I don't really care for the matte, so these would be okay for, I don't know, maybe mixed to mold, whatever. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Everything turned out really good except for this mold here. I'm going to get this trimmed up, this cleaned up. I've got to find my flat back bales because, of course, like I said, I've been rearranging and all that, and I'm still working on that. I'm sorry, but I'm slow going at things. I'm not I'm not a spring chicken, and I just don't you know. But yeah, I'm very disappointed in that. And I have some silicone. I could probably, let me see if I can maybe clean that up with a little bit of alcohol. I don't think I can, though, because it's got scratches, and I don't have any fingerprints on there. So that's what's crazy. But yeah, it's definitely a matte mold. But with all the scratches, it kind of, I don't know if it's, I mean, can y'all see all those scratches in there? I don't know if y'all can see them or not. I don't even remember how much I paid for this on Amazon, but yeah, I think, I don't even know if I want to try to salvage it, because I've bought, and you know, I mean, I've bought quite a few things, but that's disappointing, really. But I don't know. I may pour some, I've got some silicone. I may pour some silicone in there and see, but if, you know, that can be salvaged, or just, I don't know, maybe send it back, you know. But anyway, okay, well, that's the end of that video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell notification for future upcoming videos. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to my channel. It does help me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.